Alright, let's play some Gaia Project. This is what we're here for. So we're doing a local game. What are we doing here in terms of difficulty? If you don't know, Gaia Project's my favorite game, my favorite board game, so I've played it over 100 times now. I haven't played much this app, so I don't know what to expect in terms of difficulty. I think we'll do a 3-player game. Let's put one hard and one medium opponent, or maybe 2 medium opponents to start with. Let's go with that. 10 sectors, yes. Okay, so we need to select a faction. Let's have a look at the board. Usually I go with just whatever faction I've played the least amount of. Let's go with a Phyrax. So what these guys do is they have no permanent ability, but their planetary institute is they can downgrade a research lab to a trading station, and that immediately gets them one advancement in a research track. So their thing is they go up on these research tracks. Let's change the view here so you can see the whole screen. I think that's a good spot for the camera. Okay, we're playing against the Ivits and the Terrans. We have to choose a initial spot for our first mine. Now, one of the things that usually you want to look at for that is you want to look at which of these planets you can terraform in an easy way. So black is our home planet, and we have brown and white. We need 1 terraforming step. Yellow and blue, 2 terraforming steps. So we'd want to be close to brown and white. Before we do that, let's see what the end game scoring is. So the end game scoring is different planet types and Gaia planets, which is the green planets. And in terms of the round scoring is building mines on the first round, building mines on Gaia planets, trading stations, the big buildings in rounds 4 and 5, and finally federations on round 6. Okay, let's go with this guy. The others are red and blue. So if I go here, I'm likely to be by myself, which isn't great. I think I'm gonna go there. Let's see what the others do, and then we'll have the last chance to choose a different spot for our second one. So where'd they go? Blue went here and down here, and red hasn't chosen yet. The reason for that is the Ivits, they start with their planetary institute instead of their mine. This is pretty central, but it's quite close to the other one we have. I think we're gonna go up here. Okay, let's see how we go. Yeah, David started there. And they chose a booster tile first. So it's our go. These two booster tiles are gone. So we want to choose. So our starting situation is we have 15 money, 3 ore, 2 science, and 1 quantum cube. But we have a couple of income here. You can see the income with the small number. So we're gonna get to 4 knowledge, which is good. This is gonna be very useful at the start for us, I feel. Because that way we can... Let's have a look at the map. You can go here or there, and from here you can go grab one of those Gaia planets, which is going to be vital, I think, for the central area. So I think we need to do that. So this sounds like a good idea. Okay. Nathan says this looks fancy. Yes, it's the app on Steam, which they've changed the interface to be able to fit everything in a single screen, which doesn't look like the board game much apart from the map, but it's not that bad once you get used to it. You can see all of your income and your resources here. If you want to look at your board in detail, you can click on the actual thing and see what you've built. And you can see the research here, and you can, you can check the log to see what the others are up to. All the round scoring stuff and the end game stuff is over there. All the special actions show up here, and we can look at the research board, obviously, here. So blue, the Terrans are the only ones that have started on level 1 of something, which is this purple track, the Gaia Former track. So these guys are going to start going to the purple, the trans-team planets. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we need to grab one of those Gaia planets, even though we're only going to get points for that on this. Oh, we're going to get more points in the second round. You still get 2 points now. And I think we're going to need to use our tile to do that. So, we're going to use our +3. And I think we're going to go there. Try and block the Terrans a little bit out of that area. Of course, the problem with that then is that we still need distance to go to the other planets, but I feel this is worth it. Or we could go grab our own planet here. Yeah, I think this is worth it. Let's do that. So we gotta spend 2 credits and 1 ore, and obviously the quantum cube because we're terraforming a green planet. Let's do that. Be interesting to see how difficult it's going to be with 2 medium opponents. I think I've played it once before with 3 medium opponents and I lost. So they must be providing a fairly good challenge. I mean, I'm not an expert in this game, but I've played it a lot, so I know my way around it. Okay, the EVITs have started by placing a mine. You can see the victory point tracks here. 12, 12, and 12 as well. Right. Time for research, I think. So the Firax, their thing is we can use this once per round to downgrade a lab to a trading station and go up on one of the research tracks. But we don't get to do that until we build our planetary institute, which is going to be tricky. I think we need to go research a bit. Now, where do we want to go researching? For us, a useful spot is the knowledge track. I guess given the game wants us to do different planet types, we could go up the terraforming track to make terraforming cheaper. But at the start of the game, it does feel like distance is going to be significant. Being able to increase our distance, because we can then build there. Problem is we're not going to get to that quite yet. So, in that case, do we just go here and grab the extra ore? I think we're gonna go there. So we'll get a quantum cube and go on level 1 on the navigation research track. Okay. Maybe it's our placing another mine. And the Terrans are also placing another mine. So it's giving us the option of doing some of these actions. The reason for that is even though these need 4 power to spend, we don't have 4 power in bowl 3. You see here we only have 2, but you can burn power from bowl number 2 to charge 1 for 1. So if we burn 2, we could charge the other 2 and get to 4, but that's a very expensive way of using our power. I think it's a bit too early to start burning power. Having said that, this planet I feel might be contested soon, although the Terrans are still too far away for that. In terms of terraforming. So we could upgrade this guy. Let's do that for now. I'm going to upgrade to a trading station. Terrans. Oh no, the Ivits are doing the same thing. And the Terrans did the same, which means we can gain 2 power for 1 point, which I think at this stage is a welcome thing. So let's do that. Okay, so now we have 5 power, we can actually go and use one of these actions. What can we do? This has been used already by the Terrans. So we have this. This allows us to do double terraforming, which means we could go to a yellow or a blue planet. The problem with that is we don't have a yellow or a blue planet next to us. We could spend our quantum cube to get to one. Either this one. Those 2 are the prime candidates. Now if we do that, we're giving up on basically anything else we can do for the rest of the round. The other thing we can do is we can upgrade this to a research lab and then grab one of these upgrade tracks and go up on the distance or on the quantum Cube research track. Okay. Lots of options here. I think we're gonna do the upgrade and see what happens. Before we do that though, do we want to take any of these resources before they get snatched? Although the Terrans only they don't have any charged power, and neither do the Ivits. So I feel like we're okay for now. We're kind of safe. Kind of. Let's do the upgrade. Now, which technology tile do we want? This is very good because it gets us 4 charge, although that's not going to be useful this round, because even if we use this to spend it, 4 charge is not going to be enough to get us much. But it will get us to the 2nd level of the navigation track, which is fantastic. Or we could try and use that and take this one that will get us an ore and a quantum cube, which will allow us to build another mine this turn, this round. The problem with that is that mine doesn't give us much this round. Money income is always great. At the moment our money income is 0, so that's not super exciting, but I think we're gonna go with this guy. Okay. Upgrading to a trading station, and the Terrans are doing the same thing we did. They're upgrading to a research lab, which means we're gonna get the option to charge, which at the moment is useless because we're fully charged. So now we are going to spend those charges to gain either money or ore. That's the wrong button. Here's the problem. We have the ore now. We can build again, but we're not going to have money next round. So that's a bit annoying. Or we can get the money now and wait until next round to have the ore. Let's do that. So the Ivits are putting one of their space stations down. This counts as a mine with a power of 1 essentially, so this helps them with federations. They're blocking us off from the rest of the map here. I need to come to this planet quickly. So now we could go and take one of these planets, because now we have a navigation distance of 2, so we could come into this planet, no problems. Or I could use my power charge to charge and then burn one, but this is taken. 1 free terraforming step is taken. Okay. I'm just gonna charge for now and see what they do. Okay, the Terrans passed. I think we are going to build another mine, so we can go to our home planet here for no additional cost. This one's going to be way too expensive. This green planet, however, might be a good idea, but I think we're gonna go here. running low on money. Right, David's passed. Let's see what booster tiles are available. So there's this one that gets us 4 money income and gets us 1 point for each Gaia planet that we have a mine on when we pass. We're going to have a couple of those, but these points aren't significant at this stage. This one is kind of interesting because it gets us 1 knowledge and we have 3 income at the moment, so that will get us to 4 in order to progress a bit on any research track. Or we could burn 2 power and go and grab 7 money. I think we're not going to need that quite yet, because there's a chance we're going to get some charges next round. I'm going 3rd, so I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass, and I don't think we want this. I think we want one of these two, either the money or the knowledge. The money is easier to come by, so I think we're gonna go with the knowledge. I might regret this. Let's see. Here we go. That was the first round. Round 2, we get our income. The Evits have a lot of money income, but not much ore. And the Terrans have a good balance of stuff. And they just grabbed this spot for 2 more ore, so they have a very healthy ore repository. The Terrans, the Evits are still going and building everywhere. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think we want to go and charge as quickly as we can to grab this slot if we can. Which we should be able to. Oh, they're upgrading to their academy. And David's built another space station. Wow, they're already ready to make a federation here. Okay, we need some money. Let's go grab some money. Again, the 7 credits. The Terrans are going up on the income track. Okay, so this is the situation in the research tracks. We are on level 2 on the navigation track. And the Terrans are level 1 on the knowledge, the Gaia track, and level 3 already on the income track. Their income is growing fast. And the Evits just have this one. Alright, so what I'm wondering now is, when do we plan to build our planetary institute? We need 3 plus 6, 9 credits and 6 ore from a mine to get to that. So that might prove tricky, but there is a way to do it. We have 4 knowledge. I could go up on this track and grab 2 ore. So we could do it this round. The question is, do we want to be doing it this round? does give us an ability to increase on the research tracks further. So I think we will try and do that. So we're gonna go up this research track, although this one gets us 3 charges, which is good, but I think we're gonna need the ore. There we go. Passive power gain for 1 point. Sure. The EVITs are already on 21 points. I've already made a federation, I suppose. Okay, so do we go ahead with our plan and work our way up to a planetary institute? And if so, do we want to do that up here or do we want to do it down here? Let's do that. It feels like we're giving up a lot of points by doing that, because we could have been building in at least one of the Gaia planets this round and increasing our engine a bit. But I think it's too late if we do it further down the track. Now, this is an interesting decision. We can upgrade to our planetary institute, or we can do another research lab. So what do we do? Planetary Institute, it has to be, right? I think so. That will cripple our economy as usual. But let's see how it goes. One of the things I love about this game is that it has so much depth and so much, you know, variability in terms of the strategies and what you can try. And because I never read or watch videos about this game in terms of strategies and what different people do and what the optimal strategies are, I explore every faction I play during the game and pressing different buttons and things like that. So usually I would not build the Planetary Institute early in the game because it cripples your economy. But in this case, it gives me access to this, which I can now use to downgrade one of my labs to a trading station, which gets me up one of the research tracks. So I felt like that was worth doing. So we're going to downgrade this guy, and we can go up on one of the research tracks. Now, we could do this one. This one will give us 3 charges as well, which is very, very useful. The others won't give us any immediate benefit, but they'll give us some bonuses. I think we're going to do this guy. That gets us a second quantum cube, and it got us our 3 charges. What did the EVITs do? Oh, the EVITs and the turrets have both passed. Oh. It's just us. Well, We've run out of resources. But we could do something crazy here and build in one of these Gaia planets if we wanted to. So what I could do here is I could spend a power to charge one and then use my 4. Is this available? It's not. These aren't available, so scratch that. Looks like we're passing. Looks like we're passing. Yeah. Okay, what do we want? Next round we're gonna have 1 plus 3 money from our income, 4 credits, 3 ore, 2 knowledge, and 2 quantum cubes. So our options are this one, or this one. So basically from an income perspective, credits or ore. And this one gets us 1 terraforming step for free. We might go with that. Okay, that's it. That was round 2. Let's go. We've got our income. Terrans went up on the research track. The Ivits are building a research lab. Our go. Right. The other decision we have to make is when do we want to start building federations? I would want to be, I mean, we're very close being able to do one here, but the problem is we're not going to get any extra points. But that's not going to happen until the last round. I don't know if we can hold out for that long. In any case, for now we have 7 power here that I think we need to use. So we could use that to grab resources, or we could use it to double terraform since we have the 5 needed. And it's not going to be easy to do that later in the game, so we could do a yellow or a blue planet. There's no blue planets in sight. The Terrans were very quick to grab them. But there's a yellow here that we can grab, or even this one. This one will sort of open us up towards this side. The other problem is this mine up here is completely isolated, and we need to be building these 2 planets fairly quickly. But I feel like using the double terraform will be quite significant. Or we could go the other way. We could upgrade this guy to a mine, to a trading station, which will get us points this round, 4 points, and we get to do a federation here, which will boost our economy by grabbing some resources and will allow us to do more things this round. So heaps of options. Lots and lots of options. But for now, I do feel like we need to use this power before they go away. Choices, choices. Let's do something different. We're gonna try and use our ability more. So to do that, we want to be upgrading to research labs and then downgrading. So we need another research lab. So we'll upgrade to a research lab. So we're going to use 5 credits in 3 ore to do that, which means we want to use our power to grab something. I think we're going to go for the ore for now. Well, that was a long-winded decision. Let's see how that plays out for us. Okay. The other thing that is worth looking at is how we're tracking in terms of the endgame goals, because these are worth 18, 12 and 6 points, and if you're tied, you see it splits the points between slots. So there's a different types of planets. The EVITs are first with 4, and I'm tied with the Terrans for 2 different types, and then Gaia planets, we have 1 and the EVITs have 1, the Terrans have none. Those are going to be in short supply, so how about we use that? How about we go and grab one of those Gaia planets now? Although the EVITs are not going to grab one anytime soon. They don't have a quantum cube, and neither do the Terrans. I would say we're pretty safe to upgrade this. Okay. What are we going to get now? This tactile is not much use yet, unless we were planning on making federations, but it does get us up this track 1. But we can get any one of these as well for that. I think I'm gonna go with this guy. And we're going to go up on this track. Okay. So the Terran's upgraded to a trading station, got some points. The EVITs putting another one of their space stations down. Now we could... They still don't have a quantum cube, so I think we're just going to use our ability here. Or we could charge. Let's do the charge option. The reason I'm doing the charge now is because both of my opponents have only 1 power on their ball 3, which means they can't spend it to block any one of these actions quite yet. So if I can get my charges quickly, I can get there before they do. See, now the EVITs have 4, so they will no doubt be using that soon. So I have a couple of options here. I could either try and beat them to it and gain one of these actions. As you can see, there's not many left. Or I can simply wait it out, depending on what they do. We don't have a lot of resources, so we could use our ability now to downgrade a lab to a trading station and go up on one of these tracks. This track here will get us 3 charges. So let's do that for now. We're going to go up on this track. You can see here like a small overview of the research track, but obviously you need to know what each one of these steps is for this to be meaningful, but it gives you a quick overview of where you're at, where each player is at in terms of levels at least. The EVITs are building a lot. We have not built much. We've been playing around with these upgrades, downgrades all the time. But we need to get moving on building in more planets. So now we have options. Because now we can use this to grab some resources or spend it for free terraforming. Which, by the way... Oh, thank you for the raid. By the way, our terraforming cost is now only 1 per step, which is fantastic. So free terraforming actually now only gives us or saves us one ore. So I think we need to get some money and go build a mine for now. Hang on, where are we? We're in round 3. Okay. Let's go and get 1 money for now, I think. And then we're going to go and build a mine here. It's going to use one of our quantum cubes, which is fine. The Terrans have expanded on that side, which is a bit concerning. Now, here's an interesting point. We have 5 power, which means we could use that to gain 2 more research. Now, the problem with that is that will get us to 4, which means we could use it to go up on one of these tracks. The problem is that we need to improve our economy, and at the moment, that's not looking great. We only have 3 income of credits and 3 income of ore. So that's a bit of an issue now. We could get money with these 5 power. We could spend 3 to gain some money and then go and upgrade one of these and create a federation. But again, we're giving up on the points from the last round. Having said that, it doesn't look like a terrible idea to do that now. Let's go and at least do the upgrade. So I'm gonna spend this, which feels a little bit inefficient. So I'm gonna spend 3 power to gain 3 credits. And then I'm gonna go and upgrade one of these guys. This one or this one. I think it's gonna have to be this guy. Or I could go and build another mine here. That will annoy the EVITs, which is great. But I think we need the trading station. Okay. This is what we're doing. I don't think we're doing particularly well in this game because in terms of different planet types, we're last. Tracking 2 behind, and with Gaia planets, we're not doing 2. I mean, we have 2, but there's plenty of others still on the board. Okay. We've run out of things to do. We can still do something if we wanted to burn our quantum cubes, but I don't know that I want to do that. We have this on our board that saves us an ore, but so we could get the 2 money from here and spend one of these to build on one of these planets. Let's have a look at our player board. We only have 2 mines out, which is pretty bad. I think we need to pass. It really feels like we need to pass. We didn't take advantage of this, which is pretty bad, but I forgot we had it. Or we can do a federation and keep going. Next 2 rounds are points for building your planetary institute and your academy buildings, which I think we are going to struggle. Obviously, we've already built our planetary institute, so I think we're gonna pass. So we're gonna have 7 credits, 3 or 4 science. I don't think this is particularly useful to us right now. This might be. Or the ore might be. Depends if we want to make a federation next turn. These 2 extra power tokens might be useful. I think we might want to. Right. What order do we want to do this? +1, +2, and charge 4. I don't think it particularly matters. I think that would have been the same result. Okay. Alright. That is half the game. Going into round 4. I really need to try and do a better job with these. The end game things. Okay, so the Terrans built their planetary institute. What do we want to do this round? This round, you gain points for building your academy. Which I don't think we're gonna be in a position to do. But is it time to start expanding? We have to, right? At the same time, if we could reach the top of one of these tracks, that would be useful. We need a federation for that, so we need to expand. Expand is the name of the game. So, we're going to start building in all of these places. I think we are. I think we're going to go there first. So that costs an extra ore. Hang on. That's a bit problematic because that leaves us with no resources, although I could use my research to go up there and grab those 2. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this anyway. So we're gonna build on a brown planet, which is good. It gets us up on this. But we're still last. Okay, they've built their academy and they're going up on the quantum track. They're just on level 1 though, so... So now... I think... Oh, hang on a minute. We have our charge, which I think we need to use ASAP. I should have done that the first turn. To try and compete for some of these actions. Let's see if they don't grab them. So he built a space station and the Terrans grabbed this action here, which we didn't have any interest in. Anyway, so now we could use one of these. What do we want? Do we want the money or do we want the ore? Well, the ore is taken anyway. We're gonna get the money. We have another way of grabbing ore. Uh-oh. Here come the Gaia formers. So the Terrans have placed their first Gaia former here, which means that will become a green Gaia planet next turn, next round. So they're gonna go up on this track because they're gonna build a mine there. So now I think we're just gonna spend 4 research to go up on this track, grab our 2 ore, and now we are in striking distance of that top spot. The Terrans have passed. That's a bit concerning. They have a ton of resources. Uh-oh. Right. David still have 4 knowledge. Are we competing with anyone for these tracks? These ones we're on our own for now. The other ones we haven't even started going up. So we could do an upgrade now to a lab. Now if we do an upgrade to a lab, which tech tile are we going to be taking and where are we going to be going up? That is the problem. The only reason to form a federation now is to be able to then go up on this track and get another token. But that will be burning 2 of these federation tokens when we really realistically want to be building them on the last round for those extra 5-10 points. We could build an academy. No, we can't. We don't have a research lab. Wow. Well, it looks like an upgrade to a lab to me. Or we're gonna go and build over there and keep expanding for now. If we build to a lab, I think we're gonna do that. We're not gonna give them power though, we're gonna go there. That gives only the EVIT's power. Well, the option for a power, but they're gonna get it because it's free. Okay. So we need a technology tile. This is very, very enticing all of a sudden. This one we can't, well we can, but we're gonna forfeit going up there because we don't have a federation token to flip that allows us to go to the top, so we're not gonna do that. This one is interesting because this gets us an additional knowledge income, which will get us to 4 for next round. But it's not gonna get us enough ore. This one gets us some decent income, but I want to be going up to a track where we're not going to be competing at all for. So I think it's going to have to be one of these 2. I mean, this one will get us 3 knowledge because we're in 3 different planet types. That feels like a waste. So I think I'm going to go with this guy for now. Yes, I want to advance in research. I'm gonna go up there. Get me another quantum cube. So we're aiming for a very involved last round, and that's not always a good idea, because by that time most of the opportunities to get to the planets you need to compete for the end game, these end game points, will perhaps have been gone. At this stage we have an easy decision, which is to downgrade this guy and go up on research here. Which gets us another quantum cube. We have 4 of these things now. With 4 quantum cubes we can do some crazy stuff here. We can get a tactile. We can rescore one of our Federation tokens. We don't have any yet. I don't think we want to do that. I think I'm gonna save them. But I could go build there by burning one of my quantum cubes as an ore. I think that's probably a good idea. Or I could go here and mess with the Ivits. But this one will get me access to this Gaia planet, which I'm keen to get my hands on. So let's do that. Yeah, this is what we want. So it's asking us for the free conversion. And I think we're gonna do that. So the Ivits have just passed. And now I think we're gonna pass as well. It's telling us we still have options here, but I don't think that we want to be doing any of these, so we're gonna pass now. So going into the 5th round, we want to be doing as much as we can to have all of our federations ready to build on for the next round. So we're gonna have 5 + 8, 13 credits, 4 ore, 3 knowledge, yeah, I didn't calculate that properly, did I? Well, we can go for the money or we can go for the knowledge, plus 3 points for every lab. Let's do that. Mostly because of the knowledge. I don't think we're gonna have too many labs next round. Okay. Round 5. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Did someone max their income? Oh my god, the Terrans have 15 ore. That is preposterous. So we need more planet types. So if you look at the top here, it's actually showing you which planet types each player has built. These dots below each planet. So blue player, the Terrans have built on their home planet blue, red, and white and orange, which brings them to 4. You can see it here. We've only got 3. We have green, black, and brown. So we desperately need that, but we also need to be preparing for our federations. So, first things first. Let's do a charge. And try and steal some of these actions if we can before they jump on it. The Ivits are running away with it. They've got 45 points. So, we have 5 that we could use to build on a new planet type for us, and I think we want to do that. I think we can go on this blue planet here or this yellow planet here. Which one is going to annoy the Ivits the most? I think it's going to be this yellow planet. Let's do that. Although what else are we planning on doing this turn? Thank you for the follow. What else are we planning on doing this turn? In order for us to use this ability, we need to build a lab. The lab requires 3 ore, which we don't have, but we have our quantum cubes, which we want to use to build on Gaia planets. Oh! Okay. So here's the deal. Burn 5 power to get 2 terraforming steps for free only saves us 2 ore, and we can gain the 2 ore by, and that's because we are here where 1 terraforming step only costs us 1 ore. So that means we can save 1 by taking this. Let's do that. So we'll steal that from them. Not that the Terrans have any need for ore, but the Ivits might. Oh, the Terrans are gonna have a very big round. Either this round or the next. So, progress research. The reason for that is it's getting us 3 charges and it's getting us 2 additional quantum cubes. So we're doing well in terms of research. Just see how much of our plan is going to actually happen next round. Right. That was my microphone. Sorry about that. We don't want to surrender. We never surrender. So, here's the thing. If we upgrade one of our things to a lab, we can go and grab another technology tile. The technology tile we could grab could be this guy, but then we're gonna go up there, which we don't want to. Which tiles do we have? We do not have the money income one, so we could grab that one. This is such an interesting decision. I think we still need to build this yellow planet. We 100% need to get in the Ivits' face. That's gonna cost us 3 ore, but I think it's worth it. We have to. We have to. So we are now tied for the end game. For the end game condition. We have 4 different planets each. So, let's take a step back. It's all about this last round where we're going to be doing federations, right? We can get one federation down here, and we need another federation up here. Ideally we would want 3, but I don't know how that's going to be possible unless we manage to build here somehow. This white planet looks like a good candidate. So if we upgrade this and then downgrade it, that will get us a tech tile and will get us up on any research track of our choice. The problem with all of that is we can't get any immediate resources. Well, apart from these quantum cubes here. But I think it's still worth it. The other option, of course, is to build on one of these planets and try and do a federation here. Let's do that first. I should have done this one to not give a Terran's option to charge. Too late now. Okay, which tile do we want? It's either the money income or this one that gets us 4 knowledge. We don't have a huge money income, but I don't think we need it. I think we're gonna go with this. We gain our 4 knowledge and we're gonna go up on one of the research tracks, and it's gonna be this is interesting. Let's go there. We have 7 quantum cubes. That is quite something. Right. What are the Avids doing? Upgrading to a lab. They have 51 points. I'm trailing here all the way in the back. I'm planning for this final round. Let's see how that plays out. Research. Yes, please. 3 distance, hey? Let's do it. That doesn't do anything this round, but it will set us up well for the next round. Okay, this is a problem. This is now a problem. The Terrans are catching up on the navigation track, but I'm still ahead. However, the Evids have caught up in the terraforming track, and they can go to the top here because they have 2 Federation tokens, and they can flip one of those to go to the top. If that happens, first of all, I lose the top spot. They will get it because only one player can get to the top, and they will gain this benefit, which is this Federation token. That sucks. And they have the knowledge to be able to do this, and I think they will. So that unfortunately changes a lot of things for me, because I was counting on being able to do that on the last round. Now, in order to be able to compete with them now, I would have to make a Federation token now on this turn, and then next turn somehow go up on this track. But if they want to do it, they're going to do it next turn. They're going to steal it from me anyway. So what do we do? Do we do it now, or do we hold off? What if we pass? What if we pass early? What if we pass early? and try and go before them next round. There's no chance. They're gonna get there before we can. So that's unfortunate. I should have seen that earlier. Oh no, I was counting on this. Okay, that's fine. Let's go with this guy. Yeah. Yeah, there they go. There they go. They've taken the top spot, and the Terrans have gone up a couple of times. So the Evits are on 59 points. That is crazy. Yeah, we're gonna charge. So that's it. That was 5 rounds of Gaia Project. We are trailing far behind the Ivits by, you see here, lots and lots of points. The Terrans were close with, but they are leading this for 18 points. We are tied second with the Ivits, and then this one's the only one we're ahead, but the Terrans have their Gaia former here, which means they're going to use it to build on at least one more green planet. So here we are, 6th round. Can we turn this around? Let's go. Can the Terrans go up here and beat us to it? They don't have a federation. They cannot do that quite yet. So we need to be making a federation ASAP right now. Now we could upgrade this guy and try and do a federation with only these 3 buildings. That will cost us a turn, and also doesn't necessarily give us anything. It will of course allow us to maybe chase a federation with less buildings, which means we're gonna have more available buildings for the next one, but I don't know if it's worth it, because we could use this to make a federation. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 power, and then that would leave us with this trading station and these 3, plus potentially this that I'm looking to build for the next federation. I don't think we can make more than 2, so I think that's what we're going to be doing. But first, we have enough power to grab something. Do we want money? Do we want ore? I think we want the ore, because we will want to be building in places that these guys do not have, or that we do not have, so we can go up on these final scoring bits. Okay. So now we're going to be doing a federation. Form a federation. So we want these 3, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And satellites. We want a satellite here. Oh, I can choose it. Is that what it's telling me here? Oh, I don't want to be doing that. Clean that up. There we go. need satellites here, here. This is a bit tricky. Why is it not? It's taking a bit. Okay. Now what do we want in terms of resources? Money or additional things, additional quantum cubes? I think we'll just grab the money this time. Oh, select the Federation token. Okay, sure. So what that does is it gets us quite a few points, because this turn we gain 5 points for the Federation, so plus the points from the Federation itself. Okay. The Terrans got a Federation. We got a Federation. I'm not gonna lose that top spot again. So I'm going no matter what. Thanks for the follow, Adnan. I am going up there no matter what. I am grabbing that top spot. I'm not losing that again. Progress research, yes. And now we get to place the lost planet. Now we could go close to some planet that we don't have a mine on, but I think at this point we'd just rather save on satellites for the Federation tokens. Oh boy. So if we look back here to the action log, where's our action log? It's over here, isn't it? So you see we got the 7 points from the Federation, the 6 credits, but also got the 5 points for this round. So now would be a good time to make another Federation. We have the buildings here, we need to do it, and I don't think we're gonna get to a point to build a third Federation. I think that's gonna be very difficult. But we have these 7 quantum cubes. So what I'm thinking is we use these to score one of our existing Federation tokens and gain heaps of money. Because this is gonna go... Well, actually, they don't have quantum cubes. Terrans have 0. Evids have 1. So we're in a good position. Yeah. What's happening in the research tracks? We can go up on this one as well once we get a second Federation. Let's do that. This is 6, so we need another one for 7. So if we do that, we could get the 7 points, I suppose. Or we could go build there. That's what we're doing. We're gonna build on that. That gets us to 3 Gaia planets, which gives us the lead I don't think these guys can reach us. Oh, David's got the 12-point Federation token. Ouch. Ouch! 76 points. Slow down. I don't think I have a chance of winning this, but I'm gonna try nevertheless. Federation. This one. Yep. Now, what do we do in terms of resources? Do we get this with the 2 ore? I think we do. Or do we get this with the quantum cubes? Nope. 2 ore is good. So that's 8 plus 5. That's another 13 points for us. Well, this is tense. The Ivits are ahead in the different number of different planet types as well. So if I want to have any chance of beating them, I have to beat them there. I have to build in more new planets. Now, do we do this? They still don't have 3 of those. So I'm pretty safe. Start stealing the green planets. Do I need to? If I want a different planet type, what have I got? I've got a black, I've got a brown, I've got a yellow. I do not have a white or a blue. White is easy. I have one right next to me and I can take that pretty easily. And they both have a white planet, so this is not gonna mess with any of them. I have 4 distance now, so I can go wherever I want. Let's go get this one. Wait, did I have a plan for any of these other things? I'm not threatened here, and I don't think I have enough to go anywhere else, so that's fine. I'll go and build this mine here. That gets me up on this endgame scoring. So I'm now tied with the Ivits for 6 different planet types. Now my advantage is I got the lost planet, which counts as a separate planet type, which means if I build in every planet type I can, the Ivits won't be able to catch me. But at the same time, we definitely want to try and go up on this research track to gain these quantum cubes. Well, first things first. Let's do this. That spends 3 of our quantum cubes to score a Federation token. What's happened? Yep. And we are going to score this one. At some point we want to go up on the last track. That is crazy. The Ivits have a crazy amount of research now. I think the Ivits are gonna win. They're gonna go up on more tracks. We can't follow. Urgh. Okay. What can we do? We can take our main action to downgrade advance one level in any research area. Let's do that. So was the plan to go up there? I think it was. Yeah. Gain even more quantum cubes. Quantum cubes for everyone. Oh, there is crazy competition for this endgame scoring. We are both, all three of us are on 6 different planet types, so I need to get on that. I'm not on blue, red, and orange. Blue, red, and orange, you say. Now, can I mess with them? No, because they are... all of them are in all of these three. So I can't steal a planet that will put them at a disadvantage as well. I left that too late. Let's charge for now. Or we can just go and grab these planets, I guess. Is there a blue planet? There is one there. Is there a red planet? There is one there. Orange. There's another one there. Plenty of planets up for grabs. Let's grab the blue first. Oh, that's gonna be super expensive. Are we gonna have enough? We're not gonna have enough for everything. Whoa, okay. One at a time, one problem at a time. We're building this. So we are ahead in this track. And they're starting to run low on resources. The Terrans now have 2 green planets. Can they get to another one? They can. They have one here with their Gaia former on. So do we need to steal one of these planets? Let's do our charges. At this point, it feels like I'm going to be competing for 2nd place. The EVs have gone up in way too many tracks for me to be able to compete with them. They're also too far ahead in the current scoring. So I'm going to be competing with the Terrans for 2nd place. The Terrans have run out of resources. They have barely enough to build this guy. And if they do that, they're going to tie with me. But I have this one or this one that I can build on relatively easily. So what I'm looking at here is I'm just going to hold off building 2 new planet types. If I'm winning this, I don't want to spend, because it's going to spend a lot of resources. So what can I do to delay? Delay! I could take this action, spend 4 of my quantum cubes, which I don't think I'm going to need for anything else. I have plenty of ore. 6 plus 3 quantum cubes, and 9, that's enough to grab one of these tiles. And I think I'm just going to grab this that gets me the 7 points. There's no chance. Wait a minute. How many Federation tokens have we got? Oh, they've both been flipped, that's right. So we can't get an advanced tech tile. Okay. So, we are going to grab this guy. Gets us the 7 points. We have lost this game. The Firax have proven unworthy. I have proven unworthy of leading the Firax. What did this guy do? Yeah, he built a mine, as expected here. So he now has 3 Gaia planets, which means he leaves us with no choice but building on a Gaia planet. The Evits can't get to any of that, and we need first place. The problem with that is... yeah, that's fine. They don't have enough resources for anything else. What's the problem? Uh-oh. We have run out of mines, people. We do not have any more mines. Oops. Because they're all out on the board. Uh-oh. Talk about not paying attention. So I am going to have to... wow. That's not great. I'm going to have to upgrade one of these guys. And spend my precious resources to gain a mine back. They've both passed, so that means I've won this one here, which is good. To win this, I need to build on one more Gaia planet, which I'm going to do now. It's going to be this guy. Actually, yeah, it's going to be this guy. So that gets me first place in both of the endgame scoring, but I don't think that's going to be enough to beat them. The Evits are 18 points ahead of me, and the Terns are 10 points ahead. And the only other thing that gives points is if I go up on research tracks. The only one I can get to is here, which gets me 4 points, but I need to go up twice. That's not going to happen. I could upgrade to a lab. What's my booster tile this round? Who am I? I'm the Firax. So I don't have any scoring booster tiles. I should have aimed for some of that. They're not many. Oh, and the Evits are going to get 3 points for every lab. Wow. Right. Oh, they don't have it. They have 1. Okay. I think we might be done. And the reason for that is there's no point building additional things if they don't give you any points, and resources, leftover resources at least give you a couple of points. So I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else we can do. I could build a lab and go up on one of the tracks, but we've taken most of these tiles that are useful. This isn't useful for us. We've taken this. This isn't useful. This isn't useful. This also isn't useful. This we've already taken. We can't take any of the advanced ones. And the only one we can take is things we already have, which we can't. So that sounds like a pass to me. Yep. That is pass. Oh! We've got it. 134 versus 130. How did that happen? Let's have a look. So the 79, 61. So the Evits had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. Times 4, that's 32. But so did we. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we were tied and we had 18 points of difference. And in the end game scoring, we got 18 plus 18 points, and the Evits got 9 plus 6 is 15, 36. That was the difference, plus our leftover resources. Wow! Yeah, so the end game scoring conditions are extremely important because they're not just points for you, they're also less points for the opponents. So here, my difference with the Evits that were first was 36 versus 15, so it's 19 points swing, and I was 18 points behind. So that was significant. 36 versus 15 and 21. Then that's the end game scores. This is the research levels. We all did very well here. Leftover resources, points from rounds scoring during the game. This was, you see, relatively balanced. Not many points from booster tiles. We didn't have many high scoring booster tiles this game. I didn't get as much from Federation tokens as I was hoping. David's got heaps. And then, yeah, the rest were all a bit leftovers. This is the points you lose from charging power. So I've lost 2, David's didn't use any, and the turns lost 7. Wow, that was an extremely close game. Well, if anybody's still watching, what did you think of that? How much have you played Gaia Project? It's a fantastic game. So we managed to beat the 2 medium opponents, barely. So I think that's a pretty good level. I remember the previous time I played against 3 medium opponents, I lost. So I might try that next, play against 3. There's going to be a bit more competition for all the tracks and the planets and everything. Maybe a bit lower scoring. That's it. That's the end game. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Maybe we do Gaia Project again or Dune Imperium. Thanks very much, everyone. Take care.